welcome back to the channel. I'm doing this really fast video this morning. This is not anything like it was supposed to be. I had a completely different topic picked out and everything, but something else happened that I think you guys are going to want to see. So yesterday I went to my local pet store and I was there to pick up some things, and the store had just got a new shipment of goldfish. So I went back there and I was looking at all the fish and things, and I saw this one little Oranda who kept getting sucked up in the filter. He is less than probably 2 inches or so in length. He's very little. He had shredded fins, like really bad. He has hole in the head and he has some pretty severe flukes. So he was very sick. I looked at him for a while and I was like, I could take him home and try to fix him, but he was pretty bad. I wasn't sure that he would even live through the night. So I ended up leaving and I went home and I did some fish room stuff. I cleaned some aquariums and things and I fed the fish. And no matter what I did, I kept thinking about this fish. And it was kind of bothering me, and I told my mom about it and she's like, you don't need any more fish, you don't have anywhere to put him, blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I mean, I do have a Sterilite container in my bathroom that I use for quarantine and he could stay in there. And she's like, you're not gonna give this one up, are you? And I'm like, it's really laying heavy on my heart that I left him. So I ended up going back to the store with my mom, and when she saw him, she kind of thought the same way that I did. He was really pitiful. And I had turned the filter intake down earlier in the day when I was there, when the employees weren't looking, and he was able to free himself from the intake. And fortunately when I was there, he was away from the filter, but he wasn't really swimming. He was breathing really hard. And so this was like 10 minutes before the pet store was closing and the owner wasn't there. Just a young woman who really didn't know anything about fish, or at least goldfish anyway. And I was like, is there any discount on sick fish? And she's like, not that I know of. And she asked me which one I was talking about, and I pointed to him. And she's like, she didn't really seem that, you know, worried about him, even though it was really obvious that he was sick. But she's like, I can't really give you any discount without my boss being here. So she's like, just come back in the morning and he'll be here and you can talk it over with him. And I'm like, this fish isn't going to make it to the morning like this. There's no way that he's going to live in this tank until the next morning. So I kept staring at this fish, and it was now past closing, and she was kind of waiting on me to leave, and I could not bring myself to do it. So I finally made up my mind, and I'm like, Mom, I'm just getting the fish. He was $15, and I did not want to spend $15. I'm kind of short on cash at the moment, and I have to go to Louisville this weekend for the Goldfish and Koi show. So I was kind of saving my money for that. And plus I had to get him medication, and I was like, you know, I don't care how much he is, I have to get this fish. So I went over to the medication wall and I was reading on some meds, and I ended up getting triple sulfa. I decided that at this point he needed something that was strong and he needed it fast. That was the only thing that was going to save him. Apparently, while I was at the medication wall, my mother had been talking to the store employee. She's like, you know, she's going to be spending a lot of money on medication, and somehow or another she ended up selling him to me for like $6, which was fine. I took it and ran with it because he needed out of there really, really fast. So she bagged him up and I took him home. I put him in my quarantine tub, my smaller one, because he is small, and I didn't want to use the medication and put him in the 30 gallon. I used my smaller one this time to give him a little more kick in the medicine. And I brought him home, and you know, I got his tank settled, and I put him in, and he was pretty much lifeless. And I was like, I was too late. I should have got him earlier in the day when I was thinking about it, and I talked myself out of it, and I just should have got him. And I felt horrible. So I sat in my bathroom with him for like 30 minutes. He eventually started swimming, and I was like, oh my God, he's moving. And then he was like looking for food. So I was like, okay, I'll see what I can get you. So I went in the fish room and I grabbed some Jappies, and I went back and I gave him just a sprinkle, and it took him a minute to figure out that it was food. And then once he got like one of the pellets in his mouth, he went to town. He was loving it. So he did eat for me. And then he kind of got still again, and I was like, oh boy, what have I got myself into? And I didn't think he was going to make it through the night. But this morning when I got up, I went straight to him, and he was swimming around looking for something to eat. And I'm like, yes, I did it. So, he got fed again this morning, and this afternoon he will get another big water change, and then he will get his second dose of medication, and hopefully all will be well. I'm hoping that I will be able to get him nursed up and healthy again. That's going to take some time, I know, because he is really, really sick. After I get his round of triple sulfa done, I believe he gets 4 rounds of it, and then I'm going to start him on Prosy for the next 3 to 4 weeks. The plan is with him, I don't have room for him right now. So the plan is for me to nurse him back to health, get him healthy, maybe grow him out a little bit, and then sell him like I did with the fry. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do right now. We'll see how he does. So far, he's already lived past my original expectation. But even if I did bring him home and he passed, then, you know, at least I tried to do something. So I'll let y'all take a quick look at him. So I turned off the air stone really fast so you can see him. The food's in the bottom there. I just had to give him to see if he was interested in eating this morning. He hasn't exactly seen it yet, but if he doesn't here shortly, I'll take it back out. But as you can see, his tail is shredded and he's clamping his fins. But he was much more active before I turned the camera on. So I think he just is a little bit camera shy. So as you can see, he is pretty tore up, but hopefully I can get him back to a healthy state, and hopefully his tail will grow back and everything will be good to go. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.